Welcome everyone to Breakthrough Gaming. Now before I start the video, let me remind you that we are hosting a giveaway for 10 copies to The Last of Us Part 2. All you gotta do is be subscribed to the channel with notifications on, and also follow us on social media. Now if you have any questions, there will be a Q&A in the description, as well as a video that you can click that explains everything. With that being said, let's get started. Welcome everyone to the channel. I'm your host Breakthrough Gaming, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the new types of infected that we're going to be seeing for The Last of Us Part 2. Now, we know in The Last of Us there are 4 types of infected: runners, stalkers, clickers, and bloaters. It starts off with runners. These are the first and weakest stage of infected, in which the transformation takes place within 1 to 2 days. Second one would be stalkers. This is the second stage of the infection. They are a mixture of runners in terms of speed and vision, with the aggression of clickers. Now this stage takes a few weeks to develop and can last up to a year. Third on the list we have clickers. Now these little shits are the most iconic stage in The Last of Us. They are much stronger, faster, and aggressive than runners and stalkers combined. This stage can take right over a year to begin and can last up to 3 years. Now fourth and strongest on the list are bloaters. These take a minimum of 3 years to develop and can last for years and years. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The Last of Us 2. It's common sense to say that a virus or infection is the result of DNA mutation. The reprogramming of cells causes these stages of infection to start and transform as time progresses. Now time, that is the key factor in the stage of the infection. What does this mean for The Last of Us Part 2? Well, we know that in Part 1 approximately 20 years had passed, and everything that was infected was the result of those 20 years. Fast forward 5 years later, here we have The Last of Us Part 2. I think that we're definitely going to have more types of infected. Not only is it common sense for a video game developer like Naughty Dog to spice things up and add a variety to the game, it also makes sense on a scientific level. Now, those 2 factors alone are more than enough proof that we will be seeing new types of infected. But wait, there's actually an Easter egg in The Last of Us Part 2's original reveal trailer. I know how it goes, I can list here and say common sense, science, all combined, but unless there's actual word from Naughty Dog, then it all means nothing, right? Well, I disagree, but I do have proof for this. In the original Part 2's trailer, we see a claw mark right next to the infected fungus on a tree. Now, this is a clear indicator that we will be seeing animals infected. We have also seen Neil Druckmann, the vice president of Naughty Dog, post multiple topics, including a picture on Instagram of him alongside a dog in a mocap suit behind the scenes of The Last of Us Part 2's recording. So, all these things combined, we know there's going to be more types of infected in The Last of Us Part 2. Now, the question you guys have all been waiting to be answered: what type of infected will we see? Alright, so now that we know that animals are going to be companions in The Last of Us Part 2, and we also know that they're going to be infected, the question is, which type of animals? We know we're going to have a dog by our side throughout the game, and we also know that, for example, the claw mark, that represents and signifies that a bear has been infected by the fungi. To what extent has this gone to, though? That is the question that I'm very curious as to how it can be answered. You have to keep in mind that the scientific process of how this infection works, as time passes, the infection finds new hosts. All an infection is a concentration of bacteria/DNA that works against the majority of the established DNA. The job of any infection is to survive. It's literally a miniature warfare going down there in your stomach. It seems funny, but it's actually the truth. So, what type of new host will the infection get to? What type of animals will be infected? To what extent has the intelligence of the virus increased to? Clearly, there is no cure found yet, judging by the look of both trailers. Not to mention, in the second Paris trailer, we hear the infected towards the end of the trailer. So, honestly guys, only time can tell. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Breakthrough Gaming. If you could give this video a thumbs up, it would mean the world to me. Let's see if we can break 500 likes. With that said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. God bless and namaste.
Rent 2 Harleys and drive cross country.
Oh, man. I could die happy if I could just ride one around the block. What was it like?
It was good. It was real good.
Good.